evening, dear second year students. Today we will be dealing with Unit 3, New Hello, second year prep. Unit 3 is titled Great Jobs. It is titled Great Jobs. We will be speaking about jobs in ancient Egyptian and jobs nowadays in the present. If you open your books on page 22, the first page of Unit 3, page 22, we will find three pictures for famous people in Egypt. Three pictures for famous people in Egypt. Let us see, or let's look at the first picture we have. Well, we have three or four names here. We have Dr. Magdi Yaoub, we have Princess Fatma Ismail, we have Omar Abdel Qadir, and also we have Samira Musa. Let's see who are these famous people. The first picture in front of you, number one is Omar Abdel Qadir. Well, who is Omar Abdel Qadir? Omar Abdel Qadir is a very, very important sports coach. And what do you mean by sports coach? A sports coach is a coach who trains people who are disabled or have something bad. For example, they lost a leg, they lost an arm, and he trained them for playing sports. Why does Omar Abdel Qadir do this? Well, he did that in order or because he lost his leg. He was attacked by a shark and he lost his leg, as you can see in the picture. Now his job is helping other people with similar problems, which means problems dealing with losing a leg, losing an arm, something like this. And now he is an important sports coach. That's the first job for a famous one in Egypt. The second picture is for Samira Musa. Who is Samira Musa? Samira Musa is a nuclear scientist, and she is considered the first female nuclear scientist, and she wanted to use the nuclear treatments in medicine. She wanted to use the nuclear treatments. She wanted to treat people when they are ill in medicine, okay, by using the nuclear. But unfortunately, she died doing like this. The third one is Dr. Magdi Yaoub, and all of us know, طبعا, know well who is this person. He is a very important heart surgeon. وجراح قلب, very very famous heart surgeon. He helped people with heart problems for many years, and then he stopped his work a long time ago. But in 2006, this doctor started a charity which means he helps poor people, help children, especially with heart problems, without taking from them any money. And then last, we have Princess Fatma Ismail. I don't think you have ever heard about this because this is from ancient Egyptians. This princess Fatma Ismail is the daughter of Khedive Ismail, and she became a patron of Egypt's first national university. She helps poor people. Okay, that's the meaning of patron. After she gave a lot of money and land to help this university to open, and then she called our people call this national university El Jama by the name the Egyptian University, and which now is called for us, we all us know about this with the name Cairo University اللي هي جامعة القاهرة. So these are the four famous people found in on page 22, and we get to know about them from our researches. If we move to page 24. Well, what do we have here on page 24? We have here the Egyptian team in handball, and this team is we consider them to be heroes. Heroes, Heroes. Why do we call them heroes? And what is a hero? Well, first of all, let's know more about a hero. What's a hero? A hero should be brave, should be kind, should be patient. Okay, and what we call it in Arabic, hero is a bottle. البطل can be in war في الحرب, and he can also be in life. So what makes a hero? A hero. A hero, if we say that a student is a hero, for example, that's because this person or this student studies hard, works very hard to get an important job, help people. This hero believe if you work hard, you can do anything. A hero always believe that if he or she works hard, she or he can do anything. That's a hero. And that's why we have here the team of the handball, the Egyptian team of handball team. And this team, we consider them as heroes. Why? Because they were the best. They won competitions all over the world, and that's why we like them, we love them, we admire them, and we are very proud of them because they are the best. Inside this text or article in front of us on page 24 about the Egyptian heroes, the handball team, we have two very important vocab here. We have the first one, which is junior. You will find it in the bold junior team. And we have the senior team. Well, what the difference between the junior and senior? Here in our schools in Egypt, we have the secondary stage اللي هي المرحلة الثانوية. And المرحلة الثانوية is divided into three stages. We have first secondary, second secondary, and the third secondary اللي هي أولى ثانوي، تانية ثانوي، ثالثة ثانوي. But out abroad or in other countries all over the world, they don't have ثانوية عامة or ثانوي زينا يعني. They have the juniors and the seniors. The juniors are those students who entered or joined the secondary stage for the first time اللي هم أولى ثانوي, the first secondary. And the seniors are the older اللي هم second secondary and third secondary. So the junior are those students who are under 19 اللي هم تحت 19 سنة. أما seniors, so they are the old اللي هم second year and third secondary. Okay, so the junior means the young and the senior means the old. Okay, so that's the two new vocab we have in this text or article on page 24. Also, we have the exercise 3 under the picture. Directly, we have the first definition. A sport with 7 players in a team, and they score by throwing a ball into a goal. So what is this sport? This sport is called handball, and this is the Egyptian handball team, which we have just spoken about. So a handball is a sport. How many players play in this sport or in the team? We have 7 players in the team. And how do they score a goal? How do they win the competition, or how do they win the match? They score by throwing the ball into a goal. If they throw the ball into the goal, so they win. Okay. We have events when people try to get a prize by being the best at something, and this is the competition اللي هي المسابقة أو المنافسة. So how can we compete? We have events like playing, for example, a match of handball, and the people in this match try to get a prize. How do they get a prize? By being the best. They try to score more goals in the net of the other or the opponent, the one opposite them, in order to win the competition. Okay. Well, that's for page 24 and the Egyptian heroes or the Egyptian handball team. Okay, let's move to page 26. Well, I need here to give you some vocab from the dictionary. You will be needing them and they are new for you. The first one you will find in exercise 2, page 26. Number 1, which is the natural disaster, الكارثة الطبيعية. We have a lot of natural disasters. They are from God. يعني دول إلهية. يعني we don't have any kind. يعني ما فيش أي لمسة من human being يعني. Natural disaster, it's a terrible event, and we call it terrible because it is really terrible. It's not something good, it's something bad. For example, like an earthquake. Okay. um, then we have the place where people are helped, but those people have to be poor or sick or don't have a home. They are homeless. So what is this place called? This place called a charity, which is number 3 in exercise 2. Number 3 in exercise 2, a charity helps people who are poor, sick, or don't have a home. Okay. Okay. Then we have the volunteer. الفولunteer اللي هو المتطوع is someone, which is number 4, who works to help people for no money. يعني he doesn't accept any money for his help. He just help people for free. That's a volunteer person. Then I need to have number 5. You feel pleased with those people because this is because you think that they are or have done something very good. So if you are proud of someone, يعني انت بتبقى فخور بحد, you like somebody very very much, so you feel pleased with them, and you think they are that because you think they are have you are or they are or have done something very good. Last one, which is the word emergency, اللي هي الطوارئ. And what do we mean by emergency? It is something which is serious, جد قوي, dangerous. You need to do something about. يعني something happened and it is very dangerous, and you need to do to solve the problem very quickly. That's an emergency. For example, if you have somebody who is very sick and he has to go to the hospital, so this is an emergency. You will try to find a car in order to take him to the hospital in order to be sure that he will be okay. That's an emergency. Okay. Well, that's for page 26. We need to look at page 28. Well, 28, we have some vocab which I think you have been through before. Here it is an article about ancient Egyptian doctors. Um, Ancient Egyptian doctors helped the patients, and we know this because they wrote everything on the walls of the tombs. They spoke about the body of the human being. They spoke about the heart, the brain, the lungs. So let us see in exercise 1. What's a brain? What's a brain? The brain tells the parts of our body what to do. The brain tells the parts of our body to do what to do. يعني البرين sends signals, إشارات, telling the parts of our body, your hands, your arms, your legs, whatever, what to do. Either to raise your hand, to lower your hand, to kick a ball, for example. Well, this is the mission or the function of a brain. Let's move to number 2, which is heart. The heart. Well, what's a heart? The heart pumps. What is the function of the heart? It pumps blood around the body. That is the function of the heart. It pumps the blood around the body in order to keep you alive. The third one is lungs. The lungs, what do they do? What is the function of lungs? They take in air and help us to breathe. You take the lungs, you take in air, okay, and help us to breathe in order to برضو to be alive. Okay. Well, let me speak about the last paragraph in the text in front of you, which is titled Ways to Help. Uh, I need to tell you something about our ancient Egyptian doctors. Doctors used to use plants to help people with burns and to stop infections. They use the plants اللي هو الزرع in order to help people عشان البيرنز بتاعتهم لو في حروق أو to stop infections اللي هي العدوى كانت diseases. And now we still use these plants. Also, our ancient Egyptian doctors knew how to mend the broken bones. يعني when there is a broken bone, well, they knew how to mend it, and they also sew cuts. They sew the cuts, but they didn't used to know everything. And they used to make medicine مثلا من animal eyes, something very original. They used to think that an animal's eye helped people who could not see. يعني ممكن instead لو human being doesn't have an eye, you can get the eye of an animal and put it for the human being, and he can see if he is blind. Yeah, something very funny. Okay. Well, this is about the ancient Egyptian doctors. Okay. Okay. Let's have the last thing in our vocab here on page 30. Um, well, on page 30, there is an article here. A person is speaking about his heroic mother. Well, how can one be heroic? And how can we call our mother to be heroic? Okay. Well, here he is speaking about his mother being a nurse, and her life was very, very difficult. She studied very hard in order to be a nurse at the Faculty of Nursing, and she works at night. She got a job at a big hospital, and she worked very hard in this hospital, didn't stop her studies, and she became one of the most important nurses in Cairo. Okay. Her work was heroic because when we say that my work is heroic, it means I am successful. يعني أنا ناجحة. طب how can I say that I am successful? When, for example, a nurse works hard in order to nurse her patients, and her patients get better, and her patients get better, and that's how we say that this job or this work is heroic. Okay. And this means too that this nurse was very, very successful, ناجحة في عملها. Okay. Also, she was a nursing manager. She helps to teach the younger nurses. يعني هي بتعلم اللي هم اليونج nurses. Well, that's why she helps people. They get better. She wants to study more, to have more education, and يعني she thinks that if she works hard, she can do anything, and that's really what I believe myself in. If you work hard, you can do anything. الواحد لو اشتغل hard جامد جدا جدا جدا، well ممكن اعمل اي حاجه واصبح ابقى انا هيرو. سو الهيرو مش بطل حرب بس، لكن ممكن يبقى بطل في الشغل بتاعه في الجوب. And that's why we called our unit great jobs. You know, we're speaking about jobs, different jobs. The doctor, for example, the nurse, the nuclear scientist, and so on. Okay, so these are all heroic jobs or great jobs. Well, I'd like to present on the same page. If you look at page 30, you will find on the right what we call remember. If you look كده carefully, look carefully at this remembrance notice about confusing words. يعني في كلمات هنا احنا بنلخبط فيها. اوكي. منى بليز كلوز المايك بعد اذنك. Minna, please close the mute. So we have here differentiation. We will differentiate. هنفرق ما بين الكلمات اللي هي بتبقى confusing، يعني بتبقى ايه مربكة او بنتلخبط فيها يعني. For example لو بصينا على to و to اللي هي TO و to اللي هي TOO، يا ترى في فرق بينهم؟ طبعا there is a great difference between them. يعني for example لو انا قلت الجملة دي السنتنس دي I want him to help me. I want him to help me. Okay, are you there? Are you there guys? Are you there? Minna, Malak, Rahaf? Are you there? Well, who can tell me how can I write to in this sentence? I want him to help me. To help. So, am I going to write O or TOO? Who will answer? Yes, Malak.
هتبقى TO.
TO. طيب التي او هنا هنعتبرها ايه يا ملك؟ To help. يبقى دي ايه؟ infinitive. اوكي؟
علشان يساعدني.
بالظبط كده، يعني هنا نقول للسبب الريزون او هي infinitive. اوكي. طيب في my brother and my sister two. هنكتبها T double O. هنا معناها ايه؟ what is the meaning of two هنا؟ who will answer? I like my brother and my sister too. Who will answer me? Hey guys. I like my brother and my sister too.
يعني هو بيحب نفس الحاجة اللي بيحبها brother
يعني. لا مش نفس الحاجة اللي بيحبها نورهان، هي المقصود بيها ان انا زي ما بحب اخويا برضه ايضا، يعني هنا معناها ايضا. اوكي سو زي ما as you can see 2TO from TOO قوي واضحه في الكونفيوزنج، لانها دايما بايه بتعمل لنا confusion او بتلخبطنا. طيب let's move to another one واللي هي no KNOW و no NO. يعني for example when I say I know him very well. I know him very well. So how can I write know here? Again, I know him very well. I know him very well. know هنا how can I write it?
شكلي كده انا اللي هجاوب يا مس سحر ولا ايه؟
مش كده يا مس هند؟
محدش فيهم رافع ايده ولا حد رافع ايده ما جاوبش؟
ايوه يا منى خد يا منى.
هتبقى اللي هي الاولانيه.
شباب هستأذنكم raise your hand علشان نكون منظمين، اللي عنده الإجابة يرفع ايده عشان ما ينفعش نتكلم مع بعض في نفس الوقت بعد إذنكم، ده بيشوش على الصوت يا حبايبي. اتفضلي يا ملك.
يس ملك. اتفضلي. طيب ملك قفلت الفويس. طيب I know him very well هتبقى KNOW اللي هي أنا.
أيوة أنا مع حضرتك.
أيوة يا ملك I know him very well. How are you going to write it؟ اللي هي which one؟ اللي هي
اللي هي الأولانية KNOW
اللي هي أنا أعرف. طيب let's move. Thank you Malak. Let's move to the second sentence. If I ask you do you like oranges? Do you like oranges? When I answer with the negative and I say no, I don't like oranges. When I say do you like oranges? When I answer in the negative and I say no, I don't like orange. So how are you going to write no here? Yes Malak. How are you going to write no?
NO.
إن هنا النيجاتيف.
هتبقى NO.
اللي هي النيجاتيف, right? Thank you. طيب let's move to another one which is there. Thank you. There and there. There THEIR and there THERE. So I will give you the first sentence. They like their parents. They like their parents. Okay, how are you going to write there here? They like their parents. So how are you going to write their? Which one? Yes, Minna.
THEIR.
Which means ايه معناها هنا يا منى؟ دي بنعتبرها possessive اللي هي الملكية. يعني بنقول هم البيرنتس بتاعتهم هم EIR. Okay? Thank you, Minna. Then the next one, he is standing there under the tree. He is standing there under the tree. يعني هو واقف هناك under the tree. There. There هنا هتبقى written ازاي؟ هتبقى THERE. Okay? يعني هناك. THERE اللي هي هناك، واحنا بنعمل pointing كده with our finger ان هو under the tree. بقول there هناك. Okay? Okay. Let's move to the next one, which is its IT' and its ITS. Okay? The first sentence, it's very hot today, or it's very cold today. So how are we going to write it's here? It's very cold today. It's very cold today. It's very cold today. So how are we going to write it's here? It apostrophe S or ITS? Yes, guys? So it's apostrophe S, which means it is. يعني ده بيبقى abbreviation أو اختصار ل is. بنعمل apostrophe S, which means is. It is very hot. طب let's move to the second sentence. The cat cleans its skin. The cat cleans its skin. يعني هي بتنظف السكين بتاعها أو الفروة بتاعتها أو الجلد بتاعها. So هنا برضو زي there بالظبط اللي قلناها اللي هي THEIR دي كده possessive. تمام؟
بس لا دي possessive للغير العاقل صح كده؟
طبعا. it طبعا دي اللي هو الobjects اللي هي الأشياء اللي هي they can't listen ولا can't speak ولا أي حاجة، يعني مش human being من الآخر يعني. Okay, let's move to the last one, which is then and then. Then اللي هي THAN وthen اللي هي THEN. طب let me give you a sentence. He is younger than his brother. طبعا دي مرت علينا قبل كده. It's not the first time. خدناها في البرايمري وخدناها في البريب برضو first prep. He is younger than his brother. هنا بعمل عملية ايه؟ عملية comparison، مقارنة ما بين هو وايه واخوه. he وايه والبرادر بتاعه. فهنا هيبقى he is younger than هتبقى THAN. يبقى then هي THAN for comparison للمقارنة بين اتنين two. طب the second sentence, he went home then he did his homework. He went home then he did his homework. Then هنا هتبقى THEN. أنا هنا بعمل حاجة اسمها sequence يعني إيه؟ يعني حاجة عملتها وبعدين عملت حاجة تانية بعدها. يبقى لازم الأول أقول حاجة I have to mention something الأول I did وبعدين أقول حاجة تانية أنا عملتها. عشان كده أقول then اللي هي THEN. وناخد بالنا إن then لا يمكن أبدا it can't come at the beginning of the first sentence. It has to come at the beginning of the second action. يعني أنا قلت he went to home وبعدين then he did his homework. Okay? Well, ده remember that I hope you have understood the difference between confusing words اللي موجودة عندنا on page 30. Any questions? Any questions, you guys? I'm here. Okay. Let's move to the section of the grammar. We have two grammatical structures here today. We have the past simple tense. وطبعا past simple tense حاجة كلنا يعني we have been through من أيام English Zone من البرايمري ستيج حضراتكم ولغاية ما بيوصل للثانوية عامة إن شاء الله هو نفس الإيه البرايم. لكن إيه الجديد؟ What's new about the past simple tense? Well, I will be speaking about the past simple tense, and this is on page في عندي 23. اوكي page 23 اللي هي second page على طول في الأول. Well, what do we have in the past simple? The past simple we have اللي هو الاديشن بتاع اللي هو العادي بتاع اللي هو الدي والاي دي او الاي اي دي. يعني for example when I say last year, for example, I went to London. Last year I went to London. So went here is in the past simple tense. So we have keywords for the past simple: last year, yesterday, last month, last year, last week, whatever. يعني last Friday. We can have ago, for example, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 days ago, 2 months ago. اوكي. كل تنس عندنا دايما بيبقى فيه اللي هو الريجولر والإيريجولر. الريجولر اللي هي العادي اللي هو الفيرب لما يعني نعمله changing للباست او نحوله للباست بنزود له ايه what do we add. طيب احنا عندنا 3 انواع 3 kinds of the past simple tense بالدي والاي دي، بس لما بنيجي نعمل لهم pronunciation ننطقهم النطق بتاعهم بيبقى مختلف تماما، وده هنلاقيه on page 25 فوق خالص في الايه في الجدول اللي موجود page 25. عندنا جدول كده موجود فوق خالص اللي هو sounds اللي هي الفيرب شكله ايه page 25. الجدول اللي فوق خالص on the right. اوكي. في عندنا 3 kinds of pronunciation او الساوندز بتاعت الاندنج او النهايات بتاعت الفيرب in the past. يعني for example عندنا فيرب زي start. اوكي. start when we put it in the past we add ed، بس لما بنيجي نعمل له pronunciation او لما نيجي ننطقه بنقول في ناس كلها بتقول لك started، لا هي اسمها started لانها دي بنعتبرها زي الاي دي، هي النطق بتاعها اي دي ولكن بتتكتب اي دي، فبنسميه ايه started. في ساوند تاني اللي هو زي فيرب help. اوكي. انا عندي برضو الادينج بتاعه برضو هي برضو الاي دي بنكتبه اي دي we write it اي دي، ولكن when we say it او نعمله pronouncing بنقوله helped. يعني الاي دي بتتنطق الساوند بتاعها زي التي فبيبقى helped. نيجي نعمله pronunciation لازم البرونسيشن بتاعنا او النطق بتاعه يبقى صح helped. النوع الثالث الثيرد كايند اللي هي اللي لما يبقى برضه اخره ending ed. اوكي. بس بننطقه زي الدي بس، يعني نقول played played played. الثانيه خلي بالكم started started، لكن الثانيه played على طول، وhelp تبقى helped. ده الجديد اللي عندنا اللي موجود عندنا ان احنا بنتكلم على الساوندز بتاعه نهايات او الاندنج بتاع الفيربات الريجولر بتاعه الباست اللي هي اندنج بالاي دي. طبعا ده غير اللي هم الirregular بتاعتنا الطبيعيه اللي هي فيرب تو بي، طبعا الباست بتاعه was او were، وعندي جو الباست بتاعه يبقى went. ده بالنسبه ايه للباست سيمبل تنس. والجديد اللي عندنا اللي هو موضوع البرونسيشن او الايه الساوندز بتاعتنا. الحاجة الأخيرة أو القاعدة الثانية أو الرول الثاني اللي موجودة عندنا اللي هي used to. وused to دي هنلاقيها إن شاء الله موجودة عندنا في البيج اللي هو page 27. أوكي. page 27. أوكي. page 27 عندنا الفورم بتاع الuse to في البوزيتيف والنيجاتيف والكويستشن. الأول نعرف when do we use use to. يعني use to بنستخدمها لإيه؟ بنتكلم فيها على true habits in the past, something you did in the past and you know more doing it now. بمعنى حاجة أنا كنت متعود أعملها من زمان in the past لكن دلوقتي now I am not doing it، أنا مش هعملها. يعني for example نقول I used to smoke in the past، يعني I used to smoke in the past. Hey guys، يعني ايه I used
كده
to
over.
smoke in the past؟ هل ده معناه ان انا I am still smoking لغاية دلوقتي؟ انا بقول ان I used to دايما حاجة in the past كنت بعملها something I did in the past but now دلوقتي in the present I am not doing it anymore. أنا مش بعملها خالص دلوقتي. فلما أقول I used to smoke in the past دي معناها إيه؟ What is the meaning of this sentence? Hey guys, what do I mean by this?
دول حلو قوي.
Am I still smoking or I stopped smoking? Yes, Minna.
I stop smoking.
Very good, thank you, Minna. I stopped smoking. When you use the expression بتاع use to معناها إن أنا I stopped doing الأكشن ده خلاص. يعني for example هديكوا example تاني. He used to live in the countryside. He used to live in the countryside. He used to live in the countryside. يعني هو كان تعود يعيش في الريف. He used to live in the countryside. Now he lives in Cairo. دلوقتي هو عايش في المدينة in Cairo. He used to live in the countryside. Now he lives in Cairo. Okay, understood? طيب الفورم بتاعها أو الفورميشن إنه لازم تبقى used to، لازم تبقى used to، لازم تبقى في الباست يا جماعة، ما ينفعش use بس. He used to وراها الانفينيتيف على طول. He used to live. تمام؟ طيب النيجاتيف فورم بتاعتها ازاي؟ يعني انا لما اقول جيب اي جمله any sentence and I use فيها use to، يعني زي اللي قلنا country side اعمل لها negotiation ازاي؟ يعني انا اعمل لها نيجاتيف ازاي؟ كل اللي هعمله ان هعمله زي الباست كانه فيرب في الباست عادي جدا. لو انا عندي فيرب زي played مثلا في الباست هعمل didn't play، صح؟ right؟ لو عندي I played football yesterday وعايزه اعملها نيجاتيف حاجه قديمه كده من ثالثه ابتدائي او رابعه ابتدائي، هنعملها ازاي في النيجاتيف؟ I played football yesterday. I played football yesterday. use not. هنستخدمها نيجاتيف هنقول ايه؟ I didn't play. I didn't play. صح كده؟ تمام؟ اوكي. طيب يبقى هنا اقول برضو I didn't use to live. I didn't use to play. وخلي بالنا I didn't use من غير الدي، هنعمل omitting للدي. طيب لو حابة اعملها question بقى، سؤال، هعملها ازاي؟ هقولها did you use to live. برضو هتبقى use without الدي. did you use to live in the countryside. اوكي، دول الجراماتيكال رولز اللي كانت موجوده هنا عندنا في الكتاب بتاعنا او في اليوم بتاعنا، اللي هي الباست سيمبل ومعانا يوز. طبعا هما الاثنين يعتبروا في الباست، عشان كده ما هياش ايه حاجه جديده علينا. واعتقد برضو ان احنا خدناها قبل كده في الاي ليفل برضو. و I now I have covered all the items found in this unit, but I'd like to tell you something at the end. لما اتكلمنا I talked at the beginning about اللي هم great people أو famous people in Egypt، اللي هي في أول the first page اللي هي page 22. كنا بنتكلم على حاجة مهمة جدا، هو جايب هنا اللي هي date of birth في page 22. هو جايب date of birth اللي هي ايه date of birth اللي هم when those people are born page 22. تمام؟ when were those people born. لما اقول انا اتولدت امتى I was born، وخلي بالنا انها دايما في الباس ان انت اتولدت خلاص I was born. انا بس عايزه يعني اديكم هنت كده على الفيرب ده. الفيرب ده جميل جدا. الستام بتاعه ايه او الاصل بتاعه ايه؟ اللي هو كلمه او فيرب bear اللي هي B-E-A-R، ده الاصل بتاعه. اوكي، لا والباست بتاعه bore B-O-R-E. واحنا دايما ما بنستخدمش غير بورن اللي هو البي بي او الباست بارتيسيبل اللي هو التصريف الثالث، لان دايما بتيجي احنا عندنا دايما بنقولها باسيف I was born، يعني ما بنستخدمش بار وبور كتير. هي بورن دايما هي تبقى used او اللي بنستخدمها في التعبيرات بتاعتنا. فدايما بقول I was born. فكنت حابه ان انتوا تعرفوا بورن دي اصلها كان ايه. اصلها بير B-E-R، والباست بتاعها B-O-R-E، والبي بي اللي احنا دايما بنستعمله اللي هو born. I was born مثلا in Cairo، أو I was born in 19 مش عارفة 1990 2000 كده يعني. بس ده اللي كنت عايزة بس أكد عليه. and I hope you enjoyed my session today. If you have any questions, I'm ready. I'm waiting for you. Thank you.
شكرا لحضرتك يا مس سحر على مجهودك.
يا ميرسي، ربنا يخليك يا هند.
ربنا يبارك لك يا رب.
ربنا يخليك يا
كلنا
رب
والله
نكون
بنستفيد مش الولاد بس.
الحمد لله الحمد لله.
ربنا
يا رب
يديك
يكون
الصحة يا رب.
السيشن يعني appeal to you وان انتوا استمتعتوا بيها enjoyed it
طبعا
يعني.
طبعا.
الحمد
حد يا
لله. لو
شباب
في
عنده اي سؤال؟ حد يا شباب عنده اي سؤال؟ شكرا يا شباب على حضوركم، ويا ريت
شكراً.
ننتظم برضو في السيشنز اللي جايه ان شاء الله. استسمحكم بس نعمل ليف. شكرا يا مس
شكراً.
سحر، تصبحي على خير يا حبيبتي.
بكره مع السلامة.
نعمل ليف يا شباب.